Welcome back, Rollins fans, to the Tar Sports Report. I'm Hannah White.
And I'm Casey Wright. And today we're looking at last week's action and a look at what's to come this week.
The Tars women's basketball had a busy week, first traveling to Daytona Beach on January 21st, facing Embry-Riddle. Rollins hung on with Embry-Riddle in the first half, but its offense sputtered down the last stretch as the Tars lost to the Eagles 71-46 on Wednesday. Even with the loss, Julia Engler led Rollins with 17 points. Following Wednesday's game, women's basketball competed on the road against Tampa on February 3rd. Rollins trailed by just 3 at the half and 4 going into the fourth quarter, but just couldn't get past Tampa on the road, falling 63-54. Returning home, the Tars women's basketball faced Florida Southern on February 7th. Rollins battled Sunshine State Conference leader Florida Southern for the entire 40 minutes, but came up short, falling 78-69 Wednesday night. Rollins snapped a 3-game losing streak Saturday, beating Palm Beach Atlantic 57-52 inside Warden Arena. Women's basketball now stands 12-11 overall and 7-10 in the Sunshine State Conference.
Men's basketball will try to snap a 4-game skid this Wednesday, the 14th in Fort Lauderdale, versus Sunshine State Conference opponent Nova Southeastern.
Tars softball opened the 2018 season with a pair of games at the Gulf Coast Invitational in Gulf Shores, Alabama. Rollins faced off against Delta State in the first contest, dropping a 3-2 thriller in 10 innings. The Tars then fell to Alabama Huntsville, dropping another low-scoring contest, 3-1. Tars softball competed the next morning against West Alabama with a loss of 6-2. The Tars recovered from West Alabama to pull the upset over number 11 Lee on day 2 of the Gulf Coast Invitational. The Tars were victorious in their final game, defeating Tuskegee 9-1 in 6 innings. Following the Tars weekend in Alabama, the women played a pair of games against number 7 North Georgia to begin their Southeast region crossover. Rollins lost twice. To conclude softball for the week, Rollins dropped their 3rd consecutive game to start the final day of the Southeast regional crossover, but recovered to hand Flagler their first loss of the season in Game 2. The Tars moved to 3-6 on the year.
Baseball started off the regular season red-hot, sweeping the Young Harris Mountain Lions. They took Game 1 on a walk-off hit-by-pitch, winning with a final score of 5-4. This was followed by, in Game 2, an amazing pitching performance from junior Brad Case to seal the victory 6-0. Final game versus Young Harris, the Bats came alive with 2 grand slams from 2 seniors, Grant Ashline and Bryce Peterson. Senior Brian Bricker joined in on the fun, hitting 2 home runs himself. Rollins won the game 16-4. The Tars dropped 2 and they went to Pensacola to play a tough West Florida, but will look to bounce back this Wednesday versus Flagler, followed by a weekend series coming up versus Bentley this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
The nationally ranked women's lacrosse team found themselves trailing to Tampa in the start of the game and could not recover with a final score of 10-6.
Both the men's and the women's swim team picked up wins on February 3rd versus Florida Tech. Rollins senior Aaron Nestor was named the Sunshine State Conference Men's Swimmer of the Week. The Ireland native swept distance events for the Tars on Senior Day versus Florida Tech. The Rollins swimmers return to action February 22nd to the 25th for the Sunshine State Conference Championships in Clearwater.
Women's tennis kicked off their season opener after a 2-day rain delay to Kaiser University. Unfortunately, the Tars fell to Kaiser by a score of 7-2. After the loss against Kaiser, Rollins tallied their first victory of the season against Division III Gustavus Adolphus with a concluding score of 6-3.
Men's lacrosse was edged out by the 10th team in the nation, Belmont Abbey, falling 8-7 in double overtime on February 3rd. Despite this, Tars senior goalie Andrew Homan was named Sunshine State Conference Defensive Player of the Week. Homan had only allowed 8 goals with a career high of 12 saves. Next up for men's lax, they will head on the road to Wheeling, West Virginia to take on Wheeling Jesuit on Sunday, February 18th. The men's tennis team will try to snap a pair of losses this February the 17th at 11 a.m. as they face number 6 Lynn University in their first Sunshine State Conference match.
Don't forget to visit rollinsports.com for the latest sports updates and check out Tar Sports Network for on-demand content and live broadcasts.
Also stay up to date on social media at Rollins Sports on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and also check out our YouTube page for even more video content.
Thanks for checking out the Rollins Sports Report. I'm Hannah White.
And I'm Casey Wright. We'll see you next time.